Ago, but a little South America. Nothing really strong, but yeah, like I said, when you keyed up here, I was just sitting here watching, flipping through channels on the TV, watching some golf, and I see the races kind of in a rain delay. So yeah, it just kind of knocked me off the chair there, Roger.
Well, appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, what I'm using is a 8-element cubicle quad, and the radio I'm using right now is a Fox Tango 2000. But yeah, when I first keyed, I had the, let's see, I'm probably pointed around 50 degrees right now on my rotor, and I had it down there maybe about 110, 120, kind of cutting through the middle of South America. But yeah, it's pretty quiet over here. I did hear a little bit of Pacific out there earlier, like you said. I usually get those guys in here. I usually hear them real, well, I shouldn't say early, but I hear them, I think it was, I don't know, it had to be about an hour or so ago. I heard them. I usually hear them around that time, and then they kind of fade away for a little bit, but then they come in real strong in the evening over here. So I'm sure I'll get a whole lot of Pacific area here pretty soon. Once everything dies down to the south, and it's pretty dead out there right now, but once that stuff kind of dies down and then kind of goes through a little transition period, and then everything will swing to the west for me. So probably here in a little while, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 hours, it should probably start picking up on my side. QSL?
Yeah, Roger now, Larry. That's kind of about what it does here, too. Let's see, just coming up, yeah, just about close to 3 o'clock here. So I'll start hearing them from now until about 5 or 6 o'clock, and then probably like you, too, it takes a quiet spell for a little bit. And then I only get just a small window, maybe about an hour or two. Later, about 7, 8 o'clock, we'll copy a few stations. After that, it just dies out. So it sounds the same. Yeah, maybe you might get some more today. Europe was strong here today. That's probably the loudest I've heard some European stations for a while. I know the DX has not been the best. So, yeah, they were coming through really well here. Some big signals out of Europe today. And it kind of copying a little bit far into Europe, too. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Pacific will bring. Here on this side, a 6-element, just a flat side Yagi here, about 45 feet in the air. The radio's a AC Fox Tango 1000, and about 200 out of the back of the radio, about, speaking about maybe 150, 160 here. So that's the working conditions from this side there, Larry. Roger.
Oh, yeah, well, excellent conditions. Yeah, I got you about a S8, S9 over here, so pretty good signal coming this way. Yeah, yeah, over here the stuff from Europe has been pretty low. If you, on this side, if we get out there real early in the morning, there's a little bit out there, but it's not real strong. It's kind of hit and miss. I mean, it's kind of one of those deals where you got to have some earphones on, have some headsets on to really be able to get them out of there. But it's been pretty quiet. But I hear stations back your way and farther to the east working a lot of them, but it just hasn't made it this far yet. So it's pretty dead over here. Not really a whole lot. Every so often there's a little bit in there. I heard I think a station from Portugal, and I heard a station from Sweden today. That was about it for that side of the pond. But yesterday there was a few. I think yesterday for me, anyways, it was a little stronger conditions over that way. I could hear a little bit more, and I was able to work a few, but not too much. Like I said, it's been pretty dead. And the good thing is, though, it's picked up in the evening a lot. So there's been a few. The stuff from Asia has picked up a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe later on today that stuff might take off again too. But yesterday there was a few stations in let's see, there was some in Thailand, from Japan, the Philippines. Then we get a lot of 41 and 43 division here a lot. So of course those guys were in there, but so they kind of picked up. But I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I just keyed up to see if anybody was out there. QSL.
Yeah, Roger that, right? Well, I'll tell you what, the guys from Europe are giving you the best. I know. I don't know, somewhere past about 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 here. Let's see, boy, that'd only be about like that 10 to 2 hours difference between us there, so it'd be 8 or so. Those guys are just yelling for, I can key up and try to talk to somebody. Nobody wants to talk. They're just looking for a West Coast. So, about that hour of the morning here, 9:30, 10. I just kind of shut her down, listened to see if I can catch some stations, maybe even farther into Eastern Europe there. But yeah, we're looking for you guys on the West Coast. We're still looking. I mean, we had that. When was that? Back in October, November, or something. Boy, that was just a field day for those guys. They were just having a blast looking you guys over the West Coast. Huge signals, all that kind of stuff. But they're still up to it, Larry. They're still calling and trying to get you guys in there. But yeah, I guess we'll see how the rest of this cycle works. Maybe in the next couple of years, it'll probably be a better. Roger.
Oh yeah, it ought to pick up, and I'm guessing it'll probably pick up a little bit in the springtime too. So maybe another month or so it should take off. And it's last I don't know 3-4 days or so that I've been around the radio. It has picked up a little bit, say more than the week before. So I don't know. We'll see. I know I was kind of checking the solar reports and stuff, and all those numbers there are holding pretty steady. So not really a lot of change there, but it ought to pick up more. But yeah, over here it's like it just seems like nothing's coming past the Rockies. I don't know if that's like that's a big roadblock out there or something. But like I said, every so often I can get a few of them out of there, but nothing like what it was. But like you said, in like October or November through there, it was it was a lot of stations out there. I mean, I know one thing. I get this station here to work out around that time, and it was kind of funny because I'm only around really on the weekends, sometimes on Monday. But man, it seems like that whole time in there, it was like, man, you talk about racking up some contacts. I was thinking, boy, if I took a week off of work and sat out in front of the radio that whole time, man, I know my neighbors would probably hate me, QSL.
No doubt. It's working like that, yeah. Yeah, you could probably, in 1 week, probably confirm every division in Europe for sure. Yeah, I know some here watching, and of course on the computer and stuff too, seeing people chatting about, guys from, like your neck of the woods, San Francisco, and that kind of stuff, was signal to reports, 5-9 plus 20 into like Poland and Turkey and stuff like that. So yeah, that was probably stuff to see. Just let the guy know that it is right over here. So that probably the neighbors would be wondering what the heck, is this guy off work, or is he going to go back to work, or what, or Roger? It would be, they probably would, I don't know, I'm sure every once in a while some of them do probably hear me, but it's not really that big of a deal, because I'm not really on that much, and, over here, I don't really use a lot of, I don't use a lot of watts. It's all antenna, but yeah, I'm sure they would, if they keep seeing that thing move. I know they know I'm home if they see the antenna move, I'm sure somebody has had to figure that out by now, but yeah, it would be a good one. And like I said, it would be, usually I'm only over around the radio in between doing other things, but yeah, if I took a few days and that's all I did all day long, with some decent conditions, yeah, it would be something to see what I can do over there. And over here we don't work too many stations from Eastern Europe, but they're kind of it's kind of an area we don't really hear too often. It's always an area I'm looking for, though. I'm always kind of looking for North Africa, Southwest Asia, Southeast Asia, that kind of area over there, Eastern Europe. They're kind of the ones I don't hear too often. I always kind of have the antenna over that way, but every so often somebody pops up. But I don't know. Like I said, hopefully in the next few months or so, in springtime, it should. Hopefully it'll pick up again. Then we'll be able to do a little bit and see what happens. QSL. Yeah, Roger. Now, yeah, I don't feel bad. Even Eastern Europe for me here, it's tough. It's I can hear them from time to time. It never seems like they're big signals or anything, but the 6 element helps, that's for sure. Even copied a 102 Kuwait. But boy, that's really low. So at least it's good to hear that they're making a trip at least this far, at least. But it's kind of unworkable for me. But yeah, the Eastern part of Europe, even hard to hear too. I don't know. Africa part, pretty easy from here, but boy, that Eastern Europe, I don't know. It's just tough. But yeah, I was gonna say my old stomping grounds. I've lived here in Wisconsin probably 28 years now, but used to live in California in the Bay Area.